here. Welcome to Little Bird Story Time. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Join me. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. It's so good to see you. I really couldn't wait. Please clap your hands as we count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's so good to see you. I really couldn't wait. Please pat your knees. Where are your knees? As we count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's so good to see you. I really couldn't wait. Please tap your elbows. Where are those elbows? At the bendy part of your arm? Right there. As we count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Our first book is called Birds, and it's by Kevin Angus. There's some pretty birds there on the cover. Yellow, blue, red. In the morning, I hear birds singing through the open window. Must be spring. There are blossoms on the tree. Birds can be yellow or blue or brown or red or even green, I think. Sometimes they are so black that you can't see their eyes or their feathers, just their shapes. Birds can be big, like a flamingo, or little, like a hummingbird, or any size in between. Here we have a small sandpiper that you might see at the beach, and a large gull. There's owls and finches and bluebirds, all kinds of sizes of birds. Once, I saw 7 birds on the telephone wire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They didn't move. They didn't move at all. And still, they didn't move. They just sat there. Well, I looked away for just a second, and guess what? They were gone. They flew away, all of them at the same time. If birds made marks with their tail feathers when they flew, kind of like a plane, think what the sky would look like. All the different patterns you would see. Birds flying. If clouds were birds, the sky would look like this, or in the evening, like this. Sometimes in winter, a bird in a tree looks like one red leaf left over. But it's not. It's just a little bird. If there are lots of birds in one tree and they all fly away at the same time. It looks like the tree yelled, "Surprise!" and frightened all the birds away. If I were a bird, I'd ask where all the other birds go. It's stormy, and they can't get home to their nests. That's a good question. Maybe they find shelter in a different tree or bush? I like to pretend I'm a bird. I can't really fly, but I can do this. I can sing just like a bird. There's our robin and little girl singing to each other. I bet you have heard different birds sing around your house. We're going to look at a few birds. Our first one is a blue jay. Now, blue jays have kind of a loud call that they make, especially if they are worried that somebody, maybe another bird or an animal, is near their nest or where they're feeding. And often they will work as a group of blue jays to frighten something away, such as a hawk. And their call sounds something like this. Watch out, watch out, watch out. We hear the blue jay shout. Watch out, watch out, watch out. We hear the blue jay shout. Our next bird is the cardinal. This is my son's favorite bird. Now this cardinal is bright red. This is also a cardinal, and it looks a bit more brown than red. The reason for that is this is a male or a boy cardinal, and this is a female or a girl cardinal. And often with birds, you'll notice that the males have more brightly colored feathers, while the females have more muted colors in their feathers. Still the same kind of bird, but does look different. Pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy, the cardinal sings for joy. Pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy, the cardinal sings for joy. Now we have our friend the owl. This summer, I was so excited to hear two owls calling to one another at nighttime. We have a little forest beside our house, and one of the owls, I believe, was there because their call sounded loud. And the call of the other owl, I think, was a little distance away because it sounded much softer. But one would call, woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. If I waited a few moments, in the distance, I would hear the other owl call, woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. And they would go back and forth like that for quite a while, and then all of a sudden, it was over. They didn't call anymore. Guess they were done talking. I always wondered, what were they saying? Ta-hoo, 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 the owl is watching you. Ta-hoo, 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 the owl is watching you. I am sure most of you have seen this bird in your yard, a robin. We recognize it because of its orange feathers there. And perhaps you've even seen them nesting, bringing all the twigs and the mud and anything else they can find, little scraps of paper or fabric to build their nest. This summer, like many others, I was overjoyed to watch many robins build their nests, lay their eggs, keep those eggs warm, feed those little babies, and eventually watch those babies decided it was time to try out their wings. Fly. Always very exciting. Chiree, 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 sings the robin in the tree. Chiree, 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 sings the robin in the tree. And here we have a woodpecker, and I am sure you have heard that sound. Very quick of them tapping against a tree or perhaps an old log. And they are looking for bugs or seeds to eat. Rat-a-tat, 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 the woodpecker spoils my nap. Rat-a-tat, 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 the woodpecker spoils my nap. A few other birds that I have are the penguin and the ostrich. Now these you would probably see at the zoo. And these are two birds that don't fly. Now the ostrich is the largest bird, and the hummingbird is the smallest bird. And here, one final one. The flamingo. Look at those pretty pink feathers. That's also a bird you might see at the zoo. But the flamingo isn't born with pink feathers. They're actually gray. But their feathers turn pink over time from the color of the things they eat, algae and shrimp. And that's how their feathers get this pretty pink color. Now think about that a moment. What if your hair turned the color of what you ate? Did you have corn for dinner last night? Maybe your hair would turn yellow. Or strawberries? Maybe it would turn red. Or lettuce might have green hair. Something fun to think about. Our next story is called The Tree, and it's from one of my favorite books, Poppleton Forever by Cynthia Rylant. And the main character, of course, is Poppleton. He is a pig. The Tree. Poppleton planted a new little tree in his yard. It was a dogwood. Poppleton liked it very much. He watered it every day. He gave it tree food. He staked it against the wind. The little tree grew strong and fast. Poppleton was pleased. It's a nice looking tree. But then one day, the tree looked awful. Its leaves drooped. Its bark peeled. The leaves went from green to brown. Oh no, said Poppleton when he saw his tree. He called the tree doctor. Come right away, said Poppleton. The tree doctor came to look at Poppleton's tree. He tapped it. He stroked it. He felt its trunk and leaves. The tree doctor said to Poppleton, "This tree needs something, but I don't know what it is." "Can't you just give it a pill?" asked Poppleton. "Oh, it isn't sick," said the tree doctor. "It needs something." Poppleton did not know what his little tree needed. He tapped it. He stroked it. He felt its trunk and leaves. But he did not know. Poppleton sat up with his tree all night, wondering what it needed. Such a good friend to his tree. In the morning, he went for help. What does my tree need? Poppleton asked Hudson down the street. Look, Hudson's a little mouse. Hudson says, a piece of cheese? Because mice think cheese can solve all kinds of problems. So Poppleton gave the tree a piece of delicious cheese, but it didn't help. What does my tree need? Poppleton asked Newhouse, the delivery dog. A bone, said Newhouse. He liked bones. Certainly a tree would like a bone too. Poppleton gave the tree a bone, but it didn't help. Poppleton went to see Cherry Sue. Just love that name, Cherry Sue. What does my tree need? Poppleton asked Cherry Sue. Cherry Sue looked out her window at the little tree. She thought and thought. Then she said, if I were that tree, I would need a bird feeder. A bird feeder? Asked Poppleton. Trees want birds, said Cherry Sue. Why do you think they hold out their arms all day? So Poppleton bought a bird feeder for his little tree. Put it up. Well, it wasn't long before a sparrow came. And a leaf turned green. A cardinal came. And another leaf turned green. Finally, a bluebird came. And even more leaves turned green. Oh, I think his tree is feeling better. Looks nice and healthy again. Whoops. Poppleton's tree got better and better till all the leaves were green. You are a pretty smart llama, Poppleton told Cherry Sue. You're a pretty nice pig, Cherry Sue told him. And together they had lemonade and watched the birds. Well, Poppleton used a bird feeder to give the birds in his yard some food, but I'm going to show you a couple ideas of things that you can make at home. Our first treat is called a Cheerio snack, and it's very simple to make. All you need are some pipe cleaners, a bowl of Cheerios, and some little ones who love stringing things. So all you're going to do is thread the Cheerios right onto the pipe cleaner. It's been my experience that children love doing this. They love repetition of picking up one Cheerio after another and threading it onto the pipe cleaner. So they'll probably want to make more than one Cheerio snack. And once you have some Cheerios on there, all you're going to do is bring the ends up and twist them. And you'll end up with something like a circle shape. And then it's ready to hang on your tree. So this is a wonderful activity that's just fun and about helping the birds during the winter. And it's also good for eye-hand coordination and fine motor skills. Our other treat is made from a bagel. You'll need, I use little mini bagels that are already sliced in half. some yarn, peanut butter, and some birdseed. So you'll want to take half of your bagel and thread some yarn through the center and tie a little knot, and then put some peanut butter on it, and your child will be ready to scoop the seeds and sprinkle it on the bagel. Now, some children like to use their bagel as a stamp, whoopsie, and go like this to collect the seeds. So whatever they want to do as they explore the birdseed is fine. This is one of those activities children love to scoop and pour. And long after you're done making treats, don't be surprised if your child really enjoys the act of picking up the birdseed, letting it fall through their hands. If you have any sand toys at home, this is also fun to use with those too. Now, one thing that I like to talk about with this activity is that you can talk with your child about the sequence of events. What did we do first? What did we do next? And what did we do last? And that helps your child begin to think about how things get done without breaking something down into smaller steps in order to, in this case, make a bird treat. But you can also use that when reading books to children. One of the keys of reading comprehension is for a child to understand the order of events in a story. So perhaps the next time you read a book to your little one, ask them, so tell me, what happened first? Have them describe it in their own words. Let them refer to the book for pictures to help them if they need that. And then talk about what happened next, and then what happened, and finally. And that's a good practice for them to get into, to make sure that they are really understanding the story and also being able to retell it in their own words. Well, friends, I have had a lovely time with you this morning. Thank you for visiting with me. Please come back next month. We're going to be doing Snowy Days story time. And until then, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to call or email the Children's Department, and we'll be more than happy to get together a collection of library materials for you to pick up at our curbside window. Please know we miss you. Take care, and hopefully we'll be together soon. Bye.